What is going on, everyone's? We are here and we are back with another episode of
Is My Point Valid?
Yes, indeed. I am Brandon D.
And I am Camille A. Stalker.
Show you right. And today we're going to address the post that I put on social media a couple of days ago and just talk about it. So the post was, my favorite part about my wife is the fact that she's a feminine woman. Y'all can have them masculine boy women. I'm good. It was pretty funny to me. But anyway, I had a comment who said, you help make your wife that way. Kudos to you. However, don't bash women who are forced to take on a role of the man or men she needs in her life. It is survival. So first off, I want to address, I didn't help my wife become feminine. My wife, this one right here, was feminine long before.
You got another one?
Yeah, this one. Yeah, this one. Yeah, but anyway, she was feminine long before I ever met her. And if she operated as a masculine woman, I wouldn't have paid her no attention. How you feel about that?
You're so controversial on this social media. That's the difference. I don't be posting nothing because I'm like, man, people will probably think, what is wrong with her? Like, what is
but
her
you gotta
thought
put
process?
you gotta put your thoughts out there so people know this is where you stand on things.
I don't care what people know because I know where I stand. And then it's like, I know what you're saying. I'm not downplaying what you're saying, but I really don't care what people say because it's like people, like when you say something about me, when you say something about your wife, people, I know people assume like, because I don't ever come on the post, I don't ever come and try and like, because I know what it means, right? First off, I know what my husband is saying. Well, look, I don't know that he's posting it until he calls me and be like, did you see my post? And I'm like, oh my Lord, what is Brandon putting down, right?
I'm the type of person that say what I feel.
So I am just like, I don't care because I'm going to stand on whatever I stand on. Now, if I happen to say it and then you don't agree, okay, you don't agree with what I'm saying. But majority of the time, I ain't never thought like that. That I've never thought like that survival was being masculine or like survival is being a human, right? Absolutely. I have to survive.
Yeah.
Even if I was not married, I still would have to feed myself, clothe myself, make a living some type of way. And that is not masculine. That is...
I think people confuse the two words of provider and masculinity because you do not have to be masculine, a masculine woman to provide. Being a provider has nothing to do with masculinity or being a man because like you just said, if you were by yourself, you would have to do it anyway. You're providing.
Because I never thought of this. I have thought of this, but this wraps into this. I don't like when women say, I'm not going to be with the man to take care of him, and I'm not going to wash his clothes. I'm not going to cook. He needs to do half of the cleaning. And in my mind, when did cleaning become a feminine thing? When did cooking become a feminine thing? A couple of years ago, they were sharing post about little boys buying kitchen sets and that there was nothing wrong with that. And it's like, there isn't anything wrong because little boys need to grow up to know how to cook, right?
They need to know how to clean too.
Right. So it's like, when do we put this masculinity, femininity thing? Because cleaning is not a feminine thing.
Cleaning is survival.
My brother is a single man, and I'm sure
he cleans.
He's cleaning, right?
He's cooking. I know he cooks for his sons.
Like,
And himself.
Hello.
Yeah.
Like, so is that like survival? No, he's doing what he's supposed to do.
Exactly. Doing what you have
Like,
to do I mean, these are day-to-day tasks. You have to do these things. So whether you're doing it for a man or you're doing it for a woman or doing it for yourself, you're still going to have to do it. So are we not going to provide for ourselves?
like, it's stupid. So this whole thing about survival, like what does it mean to survive? Because then we're all in survival mode.
Absolutely.
Even in my marriage, I'm in survival mode because I don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. My whole situation could change just like that. God could be like, nope, I got something else for you. Just like that. So first off, I don't take what I have lightly at all. I don't like how some women come because I can't discern if it's jealousy or if it's just maybe they're bitter or they're like, well, you know, I don't like.
Half of the women who oppose my ideas are single women. So it could be a sense of bitterness. It could be a sense of I don't have that, so these are my thoughts, these are my opinions. But I feel as if most of them had what you had, then they would kind of see where I be coming from, because I'm speaking from a point of view of marriage, of a reliable partner. Maybe they don't have these things.
But even if you don't, you're still a woman, and because you are a woman, you are feminine, and
Supposed to be.
you're supposed to be. But there are women who take on this masculine role,
Yeah.
which is weird to me.
Around here arguing with dudes and things.
Like, which is strange, you know. And just because, and I think also, just because you talk loud and you get in somebody's face and you can fight, that still does not make you masculine. That means it makes you silly.
It makes you loud,
like, you know,
obnoxious.
loud. That's it. But you still are a woman, and you still are feminine. You have feminine ways.
You're naturally feminine. Women have to work
Right.
hard to be a masculine man.
Like, men are naturally masculine,
Exactly.
and women are naturally
It takes
feminine.
no effort. When you have to put all of that effort into things, that makes it unnatural.
It's like where are y'all getting these definitions from? Because I think it's bearing from, you know, this feminist. It's bearing from this transgenderism.
Yeah.
It's bearing from gayness, being a lesbian, whatever it is that
And
is coming.
even in those communities, you still have like two gay dudes. You have a masculine gay dude and you have a feminine gay dude. So even still, you're still recognizing the natural order of things, even in your foolishness. When you have a gay woman, two gay women, you have a stud and you have what do they call them? Whatever the feminine one is. Yeah, you're still
feminine.
the feminine one. I don't know. Y'all got all this
But
doggone
yeah, I
definitions
know
of
what you're
things.
saying. Yeah.
But you still are recognizing what is natural to be in a relationship. So I don't even understand, like, why would a woman not want a woman? I mean, not want a man, but you want a woman who acts like a man. The confusion.
Yeah, and that was interesting because I had saw who was talking about that. Candace Owens and Officer Tatum were talking about that. Brandon and Officer Tatum were talking about it.
My name.
So they were talking about that, and I had, you know, because I don't be thinking about that thing. One thing that I really, really focus on. I focus on me and what it is that I can do, right?
Yeah.
And you look up the definition of what feminine means. It's like women who wear pink and who wear heels. What? That's not.
A definition?
That's one of the definitions. Is like what is an example of being feminine? And it's
You
like
wear pink and heels?
Like wear pink and you have heels on? Like no.
So if a man wears pink, he's a feminine?
So feminine, and here, and I do not like this, having qualities or an appearance traditionally associated with women or girls. So what does appearance have to do with being feminine?
That's what's wrong with with the whole confusion community.
I think that's been an updated.
Absolutely, because that couldn't have been the definition
I should have
back
got
then.
the dictionary. I should have looked up.
They have changed all these definitions to fit a certain narrative, so people can use these words and weaponize them against people, and it's all foolishness.
Because look, if my husband takes me on a date, yeah, I'm gonna put my heels on, a nice pretty dress.
Absolutely.
But that does that's
not your identity. You're not a feminist because you do those things.
Like, no, I'm not a feminist.
Or you're not feminine because you dress a certain way.
It's like, because me personally, look, I like to wear dresses. That is one of the things that I really, really like. But when wearing those dresses, I like to put tennis shoes on, like that, or a nice pair of sandals.
Oh,
but
you're a feminine masculine.
I'm a masculine femininity woman.
If it goes off your appearance, then your top half of you is feminine, and the bottom half is doggone masculine.
That's dumb, right? So I think when we talk about feminine, it's about being like, being womanly, doing the things that you're supposed to do, serving
your mannerisms,
mannerisms, serving others, knowing that being feminine means that, and being a woman too,
you're nurturing,
nurturing, caring, empathy. Candace Owens was talking about empathy. Women, we are very empathetic.
Yes.
Knowing,
and Brandon was talking about how his son, as a man, he tell his son, man, go on, let that boy be a boy. Yeah. But his wife be wanting to coddle him and pat him on his back when he's crying. And Brandon was like, man, let that boy cry. As long as he crying, he ain't dying.
He ain't dying, yeah. So I don't know, because I've never, and I laughed when she said, Brandon helped me. This Brandon.
How?
Helped me.
How, Sway?
And I'm like, yo, what? Like, Calvin and Amanda did that. Like,
now give them reference. Who is Calvin and Amanda?
My mama and my daddy. I hope they know. Like, they did that. They played a part in it. And then I think also,
because they were operating in their masculinity and femininity.
Absolutely. I ain't never seen my daddy be like doing. I was about to be out of line.
Say what you gotta say.
No, because
hey,
I've never seen that, and I've never seen my mama have. And here's a very, very important part of it. I've never seen my mama be like, I have to do this because da 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 da, or I'm a man. Like, my mama has never played that part. So if you're seeing something like that, then you will not emulate or imitate that. So because I think I didn't see that growing up, that is a part of, I saw my mama be feminine, right? I seen my mama just, and if you want to talk about beauty and the way she looks and stuff and how she sits, and my mama is a lady, okay?
A lady.
She is a lady. And so seeing that femininity, her sit in her feminine, and be a lady, I wanted that. I didn't ever want to be
that. Is what attracts a masculine man.
So my mama is a lady. I am a lady. My sister is a lady. And people, I think, growing up, people would have, people who said I was prissy. You remember that word? Prissy, or because because of how I carried myself. It was you sit up in a chair, you cross your legs, you don't sit with your legs wide open. When you sit and that is that is, I don't know if that has any, yes, that does have something
Absolutely.
to do with being feminine, right?
Yes, it does.
So I don't know if it's how we're being raised, because we all do come from different backgrounds, and what we see, we do, if your mama loud, you might be loud. And I can be a loud person, but not in the loud of obnoxious, right?
Yeah. There's a thin line between loud feminine and loud masculine. A very thin line.
Right. And so then I saw masculinity because of, like I said, my dad, and then I have 3 brothers who were very, very masculine, okay? Still to this day, super duper masculine. Huh. So I've never known I've never known that. And then you look for I'm not going to say you look for a partner, but you come into a partner. My husband is masculine.
Hey.
Right? So I try and teach. I have 2 daughters. And then if I were to ever have any more children, or if I were to have a son, then I would know, okay, you need to be you need to follow.
Come on over here.
You need to follow
We
this.
don't need you over there hugging folks all the time.
Right? So, that's maybe it's how we grew up, but feminine.
But I think it's more of how you come up, because my mother, after her divorce, she had to provide, but she was not masculine.
But then she still had to look at your grandmother and your grandfather. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because grandpa was not.
That was a manly man.
That was a man, right?
Yeah, he was a manly man.
Right?
Yes,
so
goodness.
that was not a thing, but your mama had to provide because that was God changed the course of what
and
he
providing
wanted,
wasn't a
right?
prerequisite for doggone being a masculine man.
You had to do what you had to do.
You got to do what you got to do. These are your children. They weren't asked to be here, so you need to do what you need to do to make sure that they all right.
Women sit in your femininity, right? I think a lot of people go with it too, as getting your nails done, keeping your hair done. I mean, that plays a part in being feminine.
But I'm gonna say this: I know some very masculine men who get their nails done and get their feet done. Now, it's not doggone.
No, that's upkeep.
Absolutely.
That is upkeep. That is if you're working, okay, because people talk about your fingernails, right? I'm going to put it out there because y'all be bothering the heck out of me. Dude, cut your nails. This man works in construction.
They break off.
He works in construction too. So, and then the way he be opening them boxes and stuff, and I'm like, you don't use nothing? He uses nails. So it bothers me, but it's like, it's not one of them things because I know the line of work that he is in. Now, when he leaves that line of work and we fully them things about to be, okay? So chill out, okay? But I seen the type of work for, let's say, my daddy. He's my daddy, for example. He's a truck driver, but he's always kept his nails cut down, filed, and everything. I don't know if it's because what I don't know. My brother also his nails are nice. So it's and I think it's just a line of work and what you do too. Y'all be strange. But
we have these retarded definitions, or we have these retarded
you can't say
notions.
Retarded.
I can't say retarded. Remedial.
Oh my gosh.
We have these notions that don't make sense, but we just try to throw names on things to make it relevant to however we're operating, when words have original meanings. I'm not so much in tune with all of these new meanings, all these changed meanings, all of these things that they have just put out. I'm more in tune with the original intent of words. I'm not finna be out here trying to cater or pander to anyone in their new foolishness.
But it's thinking, right? Because
critical thinking.
If you read what she wrote.
Yeah.
What she wrote, first off, she just took out God altogether. You made your wife that way. Nobody made Camille any type of way.
Say, man, I did it in the lab.
Excuse me. Nobody made me any type of way except God, right? And then, like I said, my parents played a big role in that, and I think those are the three people who who played the major role. And then I just took on to being this is who I am, right? So first off, my husband didn't make me. I didn't make my husband. My husband doesn't make me do anything. I have a choice. He is an influence and some of the things, but I have a choice. So I think y'all need to understand what marriage is as well. Number two, I guess that was my second point. Number three, stop.
Drop and roll.
Stop, get out of your way of thinking that you do need to be masculine, feminine woman, right? Be you. I think in today's society, people are caught up and trying to be who they are not and trying to figure out who they are. Be comfortable with who you are. I am very, very, very comfortable in who I am. It took a long time too, so I'm not saying, oh, you just no.
It was conscious work on yourself.
Yeah.
And not thinking about what everybody else's idea of what you should be.
Right. Like, I don't know, like, I be using my siblings, but they're the closest example to what I can do. I have a sister, and I said earlier, we're both feminine. We're both very feminine, right? But the thing that kind of separates us is I am a feminine woman who will be like, man, if this is what I got, this is what I got on, right? Like, you know, I like to wear a dress and my eyebrows don't be done. If I don't put the mascara on, or if I don't do my lips or whatever, if I don't do my nails, like, I'm cool, right? My sister is, you know, her eyebrows are going to be done. Her nails are going to be done. She does her nails and they're like the most beautiful thing ever. And I'd be looking like, dang, maybe I should start doing it. But that's not in my soul to do it.
That ain't you. Now you're trying to be something you ain't.
That was my point.
Mm-hmm.
We sit and we see what other people are doing, and it's like, man, that look good. Well, I should start doing that.
Them relationship goals, like, them people goals.
Like, no, because that's what separates us as sisters, right? We may have come from the same, people, but that's what makes us.
You have your individuality.
And that's what makes us special. But that doesn't take away my femininity, because I'm not doing my nails all the time, or I'm not doing.
And we all have we have different obligations as well.
And one of the things that I do, I wash dishes, so I can't keep my nail, man, because I'll be one, man, it's one, I got a thumb, it keeps breaking.
How many thumbs you got?
I got a thumb. One of them.
Okay, that's what's up.
One of my thumbnails keeps splitting, and it's because of how much my hands are in water. So that's one of the things, like, I'm a housewife, so that's one of the things that plays into it. So it's just like, I can't do it, but we have to stop comparing ourselves or trying to put ourselves in to be other people. Be yourself. If you're a woman, you are feminine. You were born feminine. Like, you were. It's there. It ain't no mistaking. It's there.
It's the natural order of things.
It's there.
That's what God made.
That is what God made. And stop with this, I got to do it because a man ain't in my life, or this and that. Well, find a man. But
be a little bit more feminine, you'll find a man.
Because, like you said, I don't think being or looking for something masculine.
They don't want no butches.
I think they want. I'm 99% sure that they do want something feminine. So sit in your femininity. I think I say that a lot. Sit in your femininity. Not a feminist. Not like all that other crap. Feminine. Be you. And I see a lot of women talk about, I want to be soft. My husband allows me to be soft. You're supposed to be soft anyway. Why are you saying a man allows you to be soft? You are a woman. You are gentle.
You're giving that
you
man
are
too much
soft.
power.
Like, what? Like, my husband allows me. Like,
he allows
what?
Huh.
Got me gonna cuss. No, I ain't gonna cuss. But
what?
Brandon does not
allow her to do anything.
Like, allow me to do anything. Brandon does not make up who Camille is. Camille is Camille because God made Camille
G-O-D, capital G.
I don't make Brandon.
No.
Now, we are one, yes, but we are individual people. We have our own thoughts. We have our own goals, and I will continue to sit in that. But this whole Brandon made me some type of way, or Brandon is doing this for me, we help out each other because that is how it is. And I hope that we strive to give 100%. It ain't no 50-50, because that means I would be cut in half and he would be cut in half, and then that's the 50-50, right? I hope that every day that we come into this relationship, we're giving 100%. I hope that every day, as me being a woman, that I'm giving 100% in being a woman because I was born this way.
Straight up. And I think that's going No, but yeah. And men, you need to stand in your masculinity. Don't sit in it. Because that don't even sound right.
You gotta sit in
You
it. A
need
lady's
to
supposed to
stand in
sit, and a man. That's like if you look at like old school pictures, like in the 1900s and stuff, in the black and white. You see the woman is sitting with her big petticoat on and her dress,
Being petty.
and the man is standing, and the children are right there. It's like that. Like
The woman sits, the man stands.
like come on.
So we need to stand in it as men. Feminine women is just, man, it's terrible. They are ruining America.
Feminine women?
I mean, feminine men. My fault. Scratch that. Feminine men are ruining the family structure. They're ruining a lot of things. So, men, it is on us to stand in our masculinity. We need to raise our sons to be masculine. We need to not allow them to. They can be feminine, have feminine mannerisms or whatever. But they need to be a masculine boy, so they can grow up and be a masculine man, so they can attract a feminine woman.
And also with that, mothers, allow the man, your husband, whatever man is in that boy's life,
husband, uncle,
right,
cousin,
let them teach him to be a man.
Absolutely.
And also in that, mothers, allow your daughters to be around a man, to see like this is what a man is. This is the example of what a man is. This is what you need to be looking for. Because like if you walk into like, nah, you ain't it, right? You ain't it. No. Like be vocal in that. Be just like, not, you don't even have to be vocal. Just be supportive of it. Just be supportive.
Yes, goodness. Well, we have come to the end of this. I think we wrapped up pretty smoothly. If you got any value from this, please hit that like, subscribe, share it, because we need this message out there because there's a lot of confusion going on, and we are here to clear things up. So, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, share it, and we'll be back next week with another hot topic. We appreciate everyone who continues to rock with us, and like always, it's love, peace, and soul.
Bye.
Like Soul Train, baby. Chip.